It's Jessie here. Welcome to the channel. Big warm welcome if you're coming back. You know that I love you. And if you're completely new and you clicked on my face, maybe there's a message in here for you. Only you can tell me. Only you can tell. You don't have to tell me unless you want to, but you don't have to. Okay. Right, guys, I had an interesting date yesterday. Very emotional. Something definitely died inside of me. I cried a million tears. It was all very nice release. And I had some good insights. And I found a shadow. And I'm excited about it. So I want to share it with you. Maybe it's relevant. Now, this is an interesting shadow. This is I think this is a toxic masculine trait. This is what people would consider narcissism. And if you know about NVC or nonviolent communication, this is when people are saying ways to apologize and ways not to apologize. Have you heard about this? So ways not to apologize, which is the sort of narcissistic traits, are, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Or I'm sorry it made you feel that way. I'm sorry that wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to do that. Now, I'm always I've seen this and it rings true to me, but because I'm often in this more defensive stance, which I think is more masculine, I'm it's not, I didn't mean to. But I can notice that I'm trying to shirk responsibility. I can acknowledge that I did that thing and I said it. I can acknowledge how it made you feel, but I'm not totally taking responsibility. I'm but I didn't mean to. I'm sorry it made you feel like that. That wasn't my intention, so therefore it's on you. I've done this a lot in my life. Really cool to see it. So, what am I doing when I'm doing that? I'm avoiding something deep in me, and let me explain through the anecdote of a water filter. So I have a water filter, and I learned when I lived alone that I can really cultivate my space to make it as stress-free as possible. And one of those ways is having the water filter full. So when I go to use it, it's full. I'm quite an impatient person that I'm continuously working on day by day. Thank you, life. But if I go to use it and it's not, and I've got to wait, it stresses me out. Low-key stresses me out. So I've learned to avoid that feeling of stress. Now, my sister was living with me back in the spring, and a friend, actually. There was a few of us in the house. And suddenly I'd go to use the water filter and it wasn't full. And I didn't have the insight back then to realize I need to manage my own reaction to an empty water filter. But I didn't, no, that's not what happened. What did I do? I blamed it and put it out on the people that I live with. Okay, so I come back from the gym, I'm a bit charged up with other stuff, and my sister comes, she's really happy to see me, morning, she's a sweetheart. Anyway, I'm in a bad mood, and I start talking about the water filter. Oh, by the way, Z, and I'm quite forceful, right? If I'm a bit stressed, I'm quite a forceful person. It's not, I'm working on it as well. Good and bad to everything. And so I'm oh, by the way, when you've used the water filter, can you fill it up? And then I explained the reason why this is important. Because when I go to use it, I'm being incredibly patronizing, right? And condescending, because I'm basically saying, in so many words, you're too fucking stupid to know how a water filter works, so let me explain it to you. That's the energy that I'm coming with, but I didn't know that. I was unconscious to that. What was happening in my world is I was feeling stressed that the water filter was empty. I was looking for somebody to blame for igniting stress in me. And the way I did that was to condescend that person and unconsciously treat them as an idiot. So my sister defends herself. And I'm so fucking blind to what I'm doing that my response is I'm only explaining why, because when I'm told what to do, I like it when people explain why. Now, that's only true because if somebody explains to me why they want this or that done in this way, then I can decide if I agree with that reason, and I only do it if I do. Rebellious little twat. So I'm using this facade of oh, I'm actually doing it to help you because it... So I was thinking about this conversation last night, happened months ago. And I was like, I was condescending her. I was patronizing her. I was actually making it out as if she's too stupid to understand how a water filter works. And of course she's going to defend herself. And I thought, well, I can acknowledge that I did that, but I didn't mean to. This is where I was still in the dark about it. I was like, but it wasn't my intention. So I'm really sorry that it happened. And I'm sorry it made you feel that way, but I couldn't take full responsibility for the action. It was still this shirking, right? It was like, but I didn't mean to. So then I thought, why am I avoiding that? What if I just thought experiment, let myself think, okay, I was patronizing her. And I let this part speak. Actually, yeah, I do think you're fucking stupid and you don't know how a fucking water filter works. So I'm going to have to explain it to you in simple steps so then you know. And I let myself do that, looking in the mirror, looking in my eye. It was very fun to let myself be a twat. And it made me realise that's not true. I know my sister knows how a water filter works. So what I'm saying now isn't true. So why am I trying to make someone feel smaller? What am I trying to protect? Why am I feeling insecure that I need to put this person down in a stupid way that's not true? Oh, what I need to learn to do is not curate an environment that's completely safe where the water filters are all full. I need to manage my reaction that when I come to an empty water filter because somebody's used it, not to stress out and look for someone to blame. To manage, there's two things. Manage my response to an empty water filter, which is, I'll just fill it up and wait a minute. And two, what was the initial event that means when a water filter is empty, that's stressful for me. That ignites fear inside of me. And then this feeling of defending. That's what I'm avoiding. So when I say to somebody, oh, I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to, look at all of this stuff going on behind it. I'm trying to make you below me to protect myself from, first of all, not acknowledging that I can't control reactions of very simple day-to-day things. And second of all, the deeper thing beyond that. What is it? Why am I getting stressed so easily? Why? Oh, man. Talk about us being complex beings, right? I share this. Maybe it's inspired you in some way, or maybe you had this shadow, or maybe you don't. Who knows? Just share your thoughts down below. And also, I really encourage you to read the comments as well, because these people, use people in the comments are far wiser than I believe. So don't delve around. I think we all have little pieces, right? And we all have perspectives, and they all come together in this beautiful way. So don't just listen to me. Also read the comments of this beautiful community and contribute if you feel you have something to add as well. Even if it's your favorite donut, like, get involved. So that is what I'm going to share with you today. I hope you liked the videos. So if you did, please give it a thumbs up. That's really nice for me. Let me know your thoughts down below. Any shadows you've discovered recently. Isn't it fun? I think it's fun. Because now I'm not going to be a twat and condescend the people I love. I might do it again, but I'll probably catch it faster, hopefully. And if you're completely new and you like this, please hit subscribe and join the community. It'd be really nice to have you here. Love you. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful life. We've got this.